නිගනොයිදයලි පිබිදි ආස බලන්නේ නවෝදයේත දරලි පිණි පිබිදිලෙන්නේ නිගනොයිදයලි පිබිදි ආස බලන්නේ නවෝදයේත දරලි පිණි පිබිදිලෙන්නේ Piden elaranggo siyarai herlete sitasana nawasina sadalai Piden elaranggo siyarai herlete sitasana nawasina sadalai Show Alokaa, Chotia Pinenukai. Ewan Sri Jati Jayenukai. Yasho Alokaa, Chotia Pinenukai. Sri Jati Jayenukai. Yasho Alokaa, Chotia Pinenukai.
So much, Mr. Rajapaksa, for that wonderful performance. And now, according to Sri Lankan tradition, we would like to invite our guests to light the traditional oil lamp with our founder-in-chief, Dr. Vinita Vijayasuriya. As I call out your name, please join her to light the lamp. Mr. Jason Wood, Sanayaka, Mrs. Swanaka, Mr. Damit Kahala.
Next up, we would like to invite Mrs. Devi Kama. Mr. Sisira Disanayaka. Mrs. Shanti Podimahatta. Dr. Tasanta Panditaratna. Dr. Chandima Pereira. Mr. Upul Rajapaksha and Dr. Vinita Vijayasuriya.
Now return to your tables. Now I would like to call forward Dr. Vinita Vijayasuriya to the stage to give a welcome speech.
ආයුබෝවන් මේ සදාවට සැපමිනි ඔබ සැම මම ඉතා ආදරයෙන් ගෞරවයෙන් පිළිගන්නවා. මම ඉස්ලාම කියනවා මම කතාවට විතරයි ලෑස්ති වුනේ නැත්තේ අනිත් හැමදේම ලෑස්ති. Sorry about that. I tell them I not get ready for speech. So that's why today I'm having the paper. But it's okay. Good afternoon everyone. First I welcome the Honourable Member of the Australian Parliament and Shadow Minister, Mr. Jason Wood, to the Alokaa Awards 2024. We know you are friendly with everyone and have engaged in most of the Sri Lankan events in Australia, especially southeastern suburb. Thank you, sir. Thank you also for your recognition through the La Trobe Community Awards for community leaders. Thank you once again. I also welcome the former Consul General, Mr. Bandhu Disanayaka, who has been a special support for the Sri Lankan society, all the Sri Lankan society. Also all the present winners, award winners, and all those who love Alokaa Women's Magazine with great love and respect. I welcome you all. Often a giant tree grows from a tiny seed. That's how we are celebrating the 10th anniversary of Alokaa Women's Magazine today. After coming to Australia in 2009 and working closely with national television, radio and women's newspapers in Sri Lanka, I had the opportunity to provide articles for the Pahana newspaper. Mrs. Mihiri Disanayaka gave me that support. She gave me 1 page for every Pahana newspaper to write Ayurvedic medicine, how to stay with healthy life, and horoscope prediction for month. Thank you so much, Mihiri. Then only I came to media of it. Then after I thought to start a magazine here, then I told it to a few people. Everybody supported me. I want to especially happy to tell a few names. Dr. Dushanti Tilakawardana and Dami, and Dr. Bogoda, and few more supporters here today. They supported me from the first magazine. So I am happy to welcome everyone actually who donated $25 to full page advertisement. So that's why we continue this great work according to my thoughts. Who read Alokaa, you may know what we are publishing on it. It is with great pleasure that I remember many people's contributions to the magazine's beginning and the celebration of its 10th year anniversary. It is also special that many women who have shown talent in various fields chosen by society have come today to collect their awards. So we received 50 nominations and we had 3 people in a panel. So I would like to let you know there are 3 women's names we got for Leadership Award. So we are giving it to Miss Cassandra Fernando because she is the first one who born in Sri Lanka and went to the Australian Parliament with our experience, Honorable Mr. Jason Wood. So finally, I'm happy to welcome everyone, my friends, my teachers and community leaders. So thank you so much to come and join with us. So I welcome once again. Thank you so much. Have a happier, healthier, longer life to everybody. I pray for that. I go on.
in July for this calendar year, we received 15 nominations for our 10 categories, and after careful consideration, our winners were chosen by the selection committee. I'd like to invite our distinguished guest, the Honourable Member of Parliament and Shadow Minister, Mr. Jason Wood, to the stage to present the awards. I would also like to ask Dr. Vinita Vijaysurya to accompany him. Our first award, the award for the Best Female Journalist, goes to Dilrukshi Vijaysurya. Best Female Dancer goes to Udumbara Ratnatunga. The Best Sportswoman goes to Vinita Vijaysurya.
I want to let you know no other nominees. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
The Best Female Artist goes to Mangala Kalasurya. The Best Female Author goes to Swanakanti Rajapaksha. The Best Female Entrepreneur goes to Hirosha Ranawaka. Best Female in Drama and Performing Arts goes to Jashodhara Sarachandra. For the Best Female Singer, we actually have two winners, Hiranya Manaratna And also for Best Female Singer, Imasha Nanayakara. Mr. Janaki Nanayakara. For our next category, we'll be presenting the Alokaa Merit Awards in recognition of leadership in the Sri Lankan community. Our first award goes to Akila Jayasinghe. Next award goes to Shyama Fernando, who I believe she was not able to attend today. Yeah. And finally, we have two special awards for Watsala Ishtawira for her contributions in social services. Next award goes to Vinita Vijayaratna in recognition of her works as an author. I'd like to congratulate all of our winners and extend my gratitude to Mr. Jason Wood for presenting the award. Now I'd like to invite Mr. Wood to say a few words.
Thank you very much. Are you bored? It's great to be here. In actual fact, I was really impressed because normally I come to multicultural events and Sri Lankan events and everyone is running late, and I walked in here, the room was packed, so well done, because I actually came from Wahala this morning. So yes, it took us 3.5 hours to come here, so we're very excited about being here, being in the electorate of Ronna, but I really wanted to come here today to congratulate all those who've received awards, and also this very special occasion for having a magazine go for so long. So it's great to be here. Unfortunately, I can't stay too long because I've got two other events straight after this, as Cassandra Fernando would know, and I believe you're getting an award too, Cassandra, so congratulations, well done. So first of all, can I just say, when it comes to the Alokaa Awards and the magazine's 10th anniversary, I've been told it means light. And I think that's really nice in the Sinhalese language, because to show the light of the magazine, but also all the women who've achieved so much, be very proud of your efforts. And sometimes in community we don't recognise leaders, and especially female leaders. And in Australia sometimes we focus more on sports. And to have from so many artists here, and from dancing, and I know the Sri Lankan community, you bring so much light and colour into the wider Australian community, and have so many people in so many fields who've achieved so much, so congratulations. In particular, Vinitha, congratulations, and please give her a huge, you've been very quiet, give her a huge hand for the work. to start a magazine back in 2014, it's a really difficult journey to continue that on, and you must be very proud of yourself, because I know everyone here who's come today is, and to have that achievement and have online 5,000 or 6,000 magazines online and to be published. It's a great magazine right from day one, and to read all the ladies from entrepreneurs, and my wife is an entrepreneur, it's quite an achievement and something, as I say, to be very proud of. When it comes to the Sri Lankan community, 135,000 people from Sri Lankan background in Australia, and can I say I was very proud to have secured funding under the previous Liberal government for the Sinhalese school at Berwick and the Vihara down there. And when I go around to multicultural community groups, I tell them all the time, the number one language you must speak to your children at home is the mother tongue where you were born, because some communities, the kids lose, I suppose, their identity because they haven't got that connection. I congratulate the Sri Lankan community, and especially those from the Sinhalese school. I know others when it comes to Tamil and other languages. Whatever your language is, your mother tongue is, that's the language you speak to children at home. Now my just final message, I've been greatly concerned about drowning. Sadly, in Latrobe, I know Cassandra would know this too well too. We've had way too many drownings in our local community here. In actual fact, I know from the Indian community we've had, and the Chinese, 600 over the last 10 years, and I went to, sadly, the wake of a local Sri Lankan family, father and son who drowned. It was last year. So my big message is to the parents out there, please get swimming lessons. It's something, if you've never had that opportunity to learn to swim, please make that a priority for yourselves, because most of the time, sadly, when people drown, it's trying to go and help someone else. And we just know with summer coming up, sadly we'll be drownings again. And always when you go to the ocean, you can swim between the flags. I was with Dan team this morning, and Dan was saying to myself that the beach standing, it was Port Fairy, sadly, we saw a number of Indians drown there last year. The simple reason was people walk in the ocean, they think I'm safe, I just go up to my knees and the wave comes and takes them away. So that's my safety message for that. And again, congratulations. I'm going to have to move to my next event. It's actually with the Malayali community, a movie about family violence. Send them off to the Navaratri event, which is a big dance event from the Gujarati community. So again, thanks very much for having us here today. Congratulations again, and for everyone who's received the awards. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wood, for your speech. We'd now like to play a short song, so please enjoy the musical talents of Imasha Naomi in this cover of Michael Jackson's Human Nature.
The night time, the city winks sleepless eye. Hear his voice shake my window, sweet seducing inside. Get me out into the night time. What was home me tonight? If this town it's just an apple, let me take a bite. If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why does it do me that way? If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why does it do me that way?
Ms. Cassandra Fernando is our very own member of the Australian Parliament and has been a part of the Australian House of Representatives since 2022. She is a Sri Lankan-born Australian, and today she will be receiving the award for the Best Female Leader in the Sri Lankan community. But first of all, I would like to invite her to please join us to present some awards. First off, the award for the most outstanding female in the Sri Lankan community goes to Mrs. Mihiri Disanaika. For the next category, we will be presenting the Appreciation Awards to the notable writers of Alokaa magazine. First up is Shwarnakanti Rajapaksha. Our next writer is Mr. Sisira Disanaika. Mrs. Achini Kodipili Achani. Mrs. Kumari Leonarachi. And finally, Professor Kusuma Karunaratne. The next category of awards to be presented is to the most outstanding contributors of Alokaa magazine. Dr. Lakshika Bogoda. Mr. Chamara Pereira. Dr. Dushyanti Tilakavardhana. Mr. Pial Silva. Also not here, sadly. His wife is here, Alokaa. Mr. Asanka Dharmaratna. And finally, Mr. Bandhu Disanayake. Finally, I invite Mrs. Vinita Vijaysurya to present the Best Female Leader Award to Ms. Fernando. Thank you, Ms. Fernando, for presenting the awards. And please give all our winners a round of applause. And she will be presenting a small speech for us.
Hi everyone, Kumamada, Sandamadi. I'd like to start off by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we meet. Pay my respects to the elders past, present and emerging. It fills me with the immense gratitude and joy to stand before each and every one of you today. Not just as a special guest, but as the recipient of the Best Female Leadership Award. I was born in Sri Lanka and raised right here in the southeastern suburbs. Reflecting on my own journey as a migrant, I can deeply relate to the challenges and the triumphs that so many of us face when adapting to new culture, language and environment. So there are a few people that have known me before. I was a Member of Parliament and Uncle's one of them. I'll tell you a little bit about my story and how I got to where I am today, for those who don't know me. I came to Australia at the age of 11 from Sri Lanka. I'm from Dehivela Nandimala and I went to Holy Family Convent, Bambalapitiya. My parents decided to have, like most of us, a better life, so they decided to come here. It wasn't an easy life for us. We had a lot of trials as a family, as an 11-year-old. Of course, I don't know that much, but I knew that my parents had a lot of struggles with money. Was one of the biggest things. They couldn't afford to put me to school, so they asked the school principal at St. Jared's Primary School, can Cassandra and her brother go to school? And the priest at that time said yes, they can finish school for free. This was 25 years ago, I don't know if that will happen now. Got to year 7, again, my parents couldn't afford to send me to school. So she asked the assistant principal, can Cassandra go to school till she's in year 10? He said, I have to write to the board to find out if Cassandra can do that. Fortunately, they said it's okay till year 10, she can go up for free. But then we came through another struggle that we could buy school uniforms. So I'll never forget the day that my principal at the time down a box of lost and found clothes. The jackets were big, the dresses were big. Guess what my mum said? She goes, "Don't worry, child, you'll grow into it." And I never grew into them. And I said, "Mum, I can't wear other people's clothes." She said, "Don't worry, we'll put it in some rinso and hot water, it'll be totally fine." And then when I was in year 10, it was time for me to get a job. So as I was walking through Safeway, back in the day it was called Safeway, now it's called Woolworths. Mum goes, "Oh, Cassie, you need to find a job." I was like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "Where do you want to work?" I said, "Oh, the cakes look nice. We can work there." So I went up to, as a 15-year-old, I went up to the manager and I said, "Hey, I would like to work. But my mum and dad says I can only work Saturday and Sunday." He goes, "You got a job coming on Saturday at 6 a.m. I'll go, 6 a.m. Anyway, I got there and I was working in the bakery, and I worked in the bakery department of Woolworths as a qualified chef and a pastry chef. And I did that for about 15 years until I decided that I wanted to help people, especially in their working environment. A lot of people don't have a voice when they're being abused or there is harassment going on in the workplace, and I decided to put my hand up as a union delegate. And the lady that used to be my sort of boss, or the organiser, she said, "Cassandra, I think you'll be great as an organiser." I said, "Well, I have no idea what I'm going to do, but alright." So I put my hand up to be a union organiser, and I looked after over 2,500 people in the eastern suburbs and in the inner city of Melbourne, and I did that for 5.5 years. Then this position came about when Anthony Byrne, the previous member, decided to retire. I went to my previous boss and I said, "Hey, do you think I can nominate myself?" He said to me, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yeah, I want to be a voice for people." And then he goes, "Alright." I said, "But I've got to have a contingency plan. If I don't win the election, I still need to have a job. Can I take 4 weeks off?" And he said, "Alright, Cassandra, I'll give you 4 weeks off this job and go and campaign." And the first thing I did was had pre-poll. I called my father and I said, "Hey Dad, I don't think I can do this." He goes, "Why?" I said, "The line's really long. What am I going to tell these people?" And he goes, "Cassandra, you can't shut up. And I think you can talk to anyone and everyone." I said, "Dad, can you turn around? I know you're going to work, and come and stand with me at pre-poll." And my father did exactly that. Every single day he stood by me. And I was surrounded by the most amazing people every single day. And Uncle's one of them. He's known me for a while now. And here I am. I stand before you. I'm very honoured to be the first Sri Lankan born to be in federal parliament and to be the first woman to hold this seat. It was the first time in history that two Sri Lankans were running for the same federal seat. And I remember telling my opponent, "May the best man or woman win," because, you know, I was a very late candidate. So here I am, and it's such a great honour that I get to represent such a diverse community, and also I have the highest Sinhalese speaking diaspora in the country. So it's such a great honour for me to do that, to be able to speak Sinhalese in our federal government, in our federal parliament. I have to, of course, translate it in English because the speaker won't let me speak Sinhalese the whole time. But I'm so honoured. Thank you so much for this award. Words cannot express how grateful I truly am. This moment is even more beautiful as we come together to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Alokaa Awards, a decade of honouring extraordinary leadership, contributions and achievements across our wonderful, wonderful, diverse community. I want to take a moment to recognise an extraordinary individual. Now, we met, I think, start of the year, and I was very impressed after meeting you, Dr. Vinitha. The 11-time National Chess Champion of Sri Lanka. I had to Google her because she told me about it. I was like, you know what, I'll go home and Google this. And you're known as the Chess Queen of Sri Lanka. Vinitha, your accomplishments in a male-dominated sport inspires us all. Can we please give a round of applause? Thank you to the Alokaa Awards for this incredible honour, and congratulations congratulations to all the nominees and the award recipients. While I was in the car, I was getting late, I know, but I was like, how do I tie this up light with leadership? So I've scribbled it down. I hope I can read my writing. Leadership to me is being Alokaa, just like how our whole world and all the life exists due to the light we receive from the sun. I believe being a leader is shining light on others so they can thrive and be full of life. So that's what Alokaa means to me, and I'm sorry it's very messy writing, but I could read that. But I just want to say to each and every one of you, this is your story, this is your journey, your experiences, and your greatest strengths. Bohmi Stuti, have a great night.
Thank you, Ms. Fernando, for your inspiring words. Please give a round of applause. Now let's take some time to enjoy the musical talents of Hiranya Manorat. For the presentation of the Alokaa Recognition Awards, I would like to invite the former Consul General of Victoria, Mr. Bandha Dissanayake. So our first award goes to Ajita Vitani. Our next recognition award goes to Madara Vijayasuri. And Sasindu Nanayakara.
I'd now like to invite our award winner, Mrs. Mihiri Dissanayake, to the stage to present the next set of awards. Our first award goes to Devika Mant. Next award goes to Chandima Panditaratna. Next up, Lalani Vijayasundara. Nimal, oh sorry. Next up, Nimal Jayamaha. Vihan Giganaga. Sashika Vijayasuriya. Kanchana Jayasinghe. Janaki Nanayakara. Pradeep Rajapaksha. Shiromi Jayakodi. Tumula Gamage. Finally, Sonia Gupta. Congratulations to all our winners, and a big thank you to Mrs. Sinai for presenting the awards.
traditional custodians of this land and pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging. Usually the speaker is my husband, so I don't get to do this very often, so it's everything's written down on a piece of paper. Federal Member for Parliament, Honorable Ms. Cassandra Fernando, former Honorary Consul for Victoria, Mr. Bandha Sanaya, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I feel honored to have received this award. This sort of recognition doesn't come easily. It is also great to be acknowledged and appreciated sometime. Thank you. I'm very passionate about voluntary work, most of the time doing things without realizing it is a voluntary job, but always within the legal boundaries of Australia. It could be helping a canteen, uniform shop, kindergarten, primary school, fundraising for the community, Victorian Refugee Centre for Food Spray, Feed the Needy program with the Lions Club. I have also done over 10 years of radio presenter and operated with Radio KZZ, over 5 years in Channel 31 as a news producer and presenter. I have worked door knocking for the Australian Red Cross, helping at the blood donation centres, collecting at the traffic lights for the Royal Children's Hospital on Easter Day, News on Wheels program with the City of Monash, and list goes on. I was only allocated 3 minutes for this speech. I have also been awarded with the highest honour from the Lions International Melvin Jones Fellow for the work I have done for the cataract eye surgery project. It was initially introduced to me by the project by Scats Victoria, an association that I have joined since its inception 32 years ago. To celebrate the 30th anniversary, I established Eastern Region Scats Seniors in the city of Casey in 2022. I have been an honorary justice for Justice of the Peace for Victoria since 2010. I'm proud to say that I was also awarded the Medal of the Order of Australia this year, Australia Day, for my services to the Sri Lankan community. I also work for Monash Health. That is my paid job. When I went for the interview, one of the interviewers asked me what was my greatest achievement. My answer was bringing up 2 children to be citizens who will not be a burden to this community or this country. That was a huge voluntary job. We are also celebrating the 10th anniversary of the Alokaa magazine today. I should talk a bit about Vanita. I met Vanita the day after she arrived in Australia. I'm from a non-English speaking background as a champion chess player from Sri Lanka. She has come so far, establishing herself in the community, earning everyone's respect for what she does, teaching, getting herself educated by attending a university. When I attend her functions, I see how she has integrated into the wider Australian community rather than limiting herself to be with just Sri Lankans. Congratulations, Vinita. I'm proud of you. I would like to leave you by saying, if you have time, get involved with some community service. There's a huge need for volunteers. Key is time management. Thank you.
Thank you so much for those kind words and your continued dedication to our community. I'd like to invite back onto the stage Tumula Gamage for a vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Alokaa magazine, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to all who made today's event a grand success. First, I want to thank our sponsors for their generous support and contributions. Without your backing, this event would not have been possible. In particular, I would like to thank Mr. Anil Gunasekara of the Minnesota Institute of Education, Mr. Bandha Dissanayake of BSS Private Limited and Chastix Private Limited for their assistance in organizing this event. Furthermore, I would like to mention our media supporters Vishwavahini Television, Alokaa Radio and Bahana Newspaper. We are grateful for your continued loyalty. A special thank you to all our distinguished guests, including Honourable Jason Wood and Ms. Cassandra Fernando for gracing us with your presence and inspiring words. To our participants and winners, congratulations. Your hard work and dedication have truly shone through tonight. I also want to express my deepest appreciation for the organising team, refreshment providers, volunteers, and everyone behind the scenes who worked tirelessly to bring this event to life. A special thank you to Ms. Devika Manth for her tireless work for decorations today. And I would also like to personally thank my mum Benita for being the relentless driving force behind all of this. Finally, I want to thank all of you attending and celebrating this special occasion with us. Your presence has made it all the more memorable. I also, just a special shout out to my friend Sarsi for running the show tonight. I wish you all the very best and hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Before leaving, please remember snacks and refreshments will be provided to your seats or available for takeaway. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you again at our next event.